Man, this card looks sweet, and I gotta admit, that song rocks too. So now let's actually check out this brand new card from the people over at ASUS. Now this is an RTX 2060, and this card is the advanced edition of the Strix gaming series. Now there's actually 3 different versions of this card that are on the market. The one we have is the advanced version. They have one that's called the overclocked version, and then just one that's the standard Strix version. This one's the advanced version, and honestly, it has a lot of cool features in the card that ASUS is claiming that nobody else has at this point in time. So these features inside of this card should be kind of an industry's first for these guys on the release of this card. So with that said though, real quick, something kind of different about this card too is it comes with 6 months of this WT Fast. And for those of you guys who are anal, here's real quick a front shot of the box where you can see that little WT Fast thing. We're gonna check that out and actually see if that works and it's worth the money, but it actually comes with a free trial that's worth like 60 bucks inside of the box. Here real quick is a shot of the back of the box for those of you who love that stuff. But now let's actually jump in, take a look at the card and see why this card has a lot of features that are a lot different than the others. So I'm gonna take the little tab here and go ahead and just open that up. Unfortunately, got a little rip on the box there, kind of hard to get it open as it is. I'm gonna go ahead and just put the card out on the table. Check this out. Nothing really much here. It says Strix on the box. It says it actually in 3 different places. So they're gonna make sure you know that this mother's a Strix. Strix mother. That's right. So now let me get the other part out of the way. Go ahead and open this part of the box up. See what all comes inside of the box. We talk about the features. So right here on top, got a little packet with ASUS stuff here. This is going to be the driver, CD, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the times, though, you're going to want to go online and download the latest drivers anyways, but it does come with the CD and all kinds of little nomenclature, so for you people who are into that, it has it. I think most of my fans know how to install their video card by this time. I'll go ahead and take this off. We will check it at the cameraman like usual. Woo, that was really clean too. It went right over the camera in his head. Missed him by that much. No, really, I didn't hit him, I swear. All right. So check it out. We've got some cable ties here. So this is for making sure that when you install your card that you can get all those cables out of the way and have a nice clean build. We're going to go ahead and take the card out. It looks like that's really all that comes in the box is that. So after that, there's nothing else in the box. It's now empty. Comes with the card, in my hand, the card, and this, and that little nomenclature book, which I showed you right here. So it's this, and this. Comes in the box. So whoa, almost dropped that sucker. It's kind of hefty, I'm going to tell you. It's not a light card. I'm going to go ahead now and remove the card from its anti-static bag. I'll go ahead and do that and pop it out. Now, right here, we'll start off on the very front of the card. You guys can see there are 3 fans. Now, these fans are a completely new technology on the card. These are the new triple wing blade fans, and they have a maximum airflow that has 105% more air pressure against the card than previous generation fans, meaning that you're going to get a lot more airflow across your card. Now underneath the fan array, I know it's a bit hard to see, but there's actually a bunch of aluminum heat fins underneath here. Features a brand new technology called Max Contact. Now what this is, it's a 10 times flatter heat spreader, which results in better GPU heat dissipation, and it also makes 2 times more contact with the GPU chip, resulting in improved thermal transfers, which just keeps your GPU running cool. Now from the bottom of the card, you can actually take a better look at the heat fins. They actually cover the entire length of the card. And with the new Max Contact technology, try saying that 3 times in a row, I'm really looking forward to see how the temps get on this card. Now taking a look at the top of the card, you guys can see it has the nomenclature of the card. Just a couple more things. You can once again see a lot more of the heat sink. You see there's a single 6-pin and a single 8-pin power connector. It's also recommended that you use a 500 watt power supply to power this card. Taking a look at the rear of the card, you guys can see there are a lot more connections down here, and these are all for the ASUS Fan Connect 2. This allows you to hook up to different connectors on your motherboard and totally control the way the fans work on your card. So you can customize it to any type of fan profile that you want. Now taking a look at the back of the card, you guys can see there's a really nice heat shield. There's little places that are around it, which is allowing some of the heat to dissipate. You can see that right here. It's also very easy to remove. The screw pattern is very simple. So if you want to remove it and upgrade your card to something different, you'll be able to simply do that. There's also a little button right here that controls the fans. And something I haven't talked about yet is this card features something called Aura Sync. It's a brand new technology for the lighting. It gives you complete control of the card, and even this back plate itself actually lights up. But if you don't want any lighting whatsoever, you just want to go old school, you can just use this little button right here and simply turn off all the lights, and you don't have to worry about any of that RGB stuff if you don't like it. But for those who do like it, Aura Sync is going to offer something totally different than previous generation cards. Taking a look at the connectivity on the card, one thing I really like is the color of it, because a lot of the back of your systems are going to be the same color as the back of this card, so that's pretty cool. Now you get two HDMI outputs. These are HDMI 2.0. You also have two display ports. These are 1.4, and it has HDC support of 2.2. So everything you need to connect is right there. You can hook up 4 monitors at a time. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any kind of DVI or DVI-D connection, but most of the monitors these days don't even use that type of connection anyways. Having a dual BIOS on your card is a really nice feature, because let's just face it, sometimes you get a little too excitable when you're overclocking and you make the card so it just doesn't start. With a dual BIOS, all you do is simply switch over to the other BIOS and you're up and running again, and then you can flash the old BIOS back to the original BIOS and you're up and going on both BIOSes up again, and then you're up and going with both BIOSes again and you're good to go. That way your downtime on being able to play games is really short. The entire process of this card is made on what they call Auto Extreme technology, which means that there's no human interference. It's all done with no dust, no nothing, in a contained factory, so that it has the highest specs available for manufacturing processes. For those of you wondering just how long and how wide the card is, well, the card is 11.81 by 5.2 by 1.97 inches long. It's a 2-slot design card, and like I said previously, it's recommended that you use a minimum of a 500 watt power supply. As you guys can see, this card not only looks nice, it also has a lot of features. The max contact alone should prove to be very interesting, because the more contact that you have with the GPU and the flatter that surface, the better it's going to take all that heat and just dissipate it away from the GPU, allowing you to get much better boost clock speeds. Now, before I bounce out of here, I want to talk to you guys about the boost clock speeds on this card. Now, as far as the reference card, which is the Founders Edition, it has a base clock of 1400 and a boost clock of 1680. Now, the base clock on this particular model is a little bit lower. The base clock on this card is 1395 megahertz, but there's also two different modes. There's the overclocking mode, which is at 1740, and then you have the gaming mode, which is at 1710. So right out of the box, this card is going to be overclocked much faster than the Founders Edition. And with all of the cooling features, the new the triple fan technology and all that, creating a much, higher pressure base on the fans, hopefully this card will run extremely cool, which is what I'm hoping I see in my testing. So I'm Eric, you guys have been watching Tech of Tomorrow. This has been the unboxing and features of the brand new ASUS STRIX RTX 2060 card. Lots of features under the hood. Let's see how it tests and how cool it really runs in our next video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hey, please do so. There's links down below to all of our music and all that stuff, as well as our Patreon site. And like I said, if you're not subbed and you like what you see, hey, sub the channel. We'd love to see you guys back here for more videos. And if you don't have your notifications turned on, hey, you won't be notified and you won't know what videos we're making. So love to see you here. Peace. God bless.